All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Christopher Isike. I'm director of the African Center for the Study of the United States here at the University of Pretoria. I'm also acting head of Department of Political Sciences. So this is a Department of Political Sciences event, not the African Center for the Study of the United States. So let's not get confused about that, especially because of the kind of things we're going to be talking about and how the United States may or may not be implicated in some of the things we talk about. So let's make that disclaimer first. Look, my role here this morning is to just try and introduce the acting dean of Faculty of Humanities, who shall be saying opening remarks, and that will get us started. So I will not say much other than to just simply introduce Professor Sandy Africa, a renowned scholar of political science. Thank you very much for making the time to come in. We had to bring her in last minute, and she's a very busy person, as you must know. So we really thank you for coming. So let's put our hands together for Professor Africa.
Good morning, and good morning to the people online as well. This is a hybrid event. I'm told that there are people joining us online as well. Thank you for those words of welcome, Professor Isike. I'd like to acknowledge our esteemed guests, our students, very important in the context of a university, and members of faculty. So I'm delighted to welcome you all to the University of Pretoria for the commencement of our conference, Intersections of Oppression, Comparative Historical Analysis of Contemporary Challenges. It's an honor to see such a diverse and distinguished gathering here today. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of you, including Her Excellency Rasa Jankauskaite, the Ambassador of the Republic of Lithuania, to the Republic of South Africa. Just presented credentials, I understand. Also, the Ambassador of the Czech Republic, welcome to you as well. The Ambassador who is not yet with us, but will be joining us later today. Ukrainian ambassador, yes, to South Africa, Botswana, and Mozambique, still to join us. And let me say, all protocol observed. I realize that when one is starting to stumble, that's a safe way out, ambassador. So I acknowledge you as well. And to everyone else, you're all important. And we're very happy to have you here. Your participation is invaluable, and you'll see that there's a provision for discussion and engagement with the panelists as we proceed through the program. So your contributions will indeed enrich the discussions throughout this conference. I'd like to take a moment to express our sincere gratitude to the Lithuanian Embassy and the Czech Embassy for their partnership, which has helped to infuse an international flavor to this conference. Thanks to their support, we've been able to bring together speakers from around the world, including those who have traveled from the United States, the United Kingdom, Romania, and other places to share their perspectives on the important topics we will be discussing. I must also acknowledge the dedication and effort of my colleague, Professor Christopher Isike. He's introduced himself, indeed, as the acting head of the Political Sciences Department here at the University of Pretoria, and Dr. Leon Hartwell, a senior associate at the London School of Economic Ideas program, for their hard work in coordinating this event. I'd also like to mention how delighted I was to see Dr. Hartwell after many, many years. He's a former colleague to our students who may not know. He taught with us in the University of Pretoria's Political Sciences Department many years ago, I think about 14 years ago. Yeah? Oh, sorry. But it was a delight to co-teach, I think, strategic studies with him then, and I'm so happy to see that he's very much still in that space and area of research, albeit also moving between, and I say this for the students, the areas of public engagement and academia. I'm told that 60% of our speakers at this conference are female, and this reflects our commitment to diversity and inclusion in academic discourse. So congratulations to the organizers for making that effort. But our conference, to round up, has a critical objective: to provide a comprehensive examination of various forms of oppression, drawing from historical contexts and contemporary challenges. Over the course of our panel discussions, we'll delve into the intersections and disparities between Apartheid South Africa, Soviet Union rule, and colonialism, shedding light on the diverse experiences of those who have been affected. Additionally, we'll explore the ongoing war in Ukraine and consider whether it can be framed as a manifestation of, and this may be controversial to some, Russian colonialism. These topics are not only academically significant, but also have profound implications for our understanding of oppression, liberation, and global dynamics. And we think that in a space such as the university, the academy, we can speak what we probably would not dare to, perhaps, in other corridors, in other spaces. So we do realize the privilege that the platform of a university provides for us, and I therefore like to say that the spirit of the discussions ought to be collegial, ought to be sensitive to the fact that in this conflict, as in many others, hundreds of people, thousands of people are suffering, have lost their lives. And at the end of the day, our deliberations hopefully will contribute to a better understanding and, if possible, even a resolution of this conflict and others that we frame. So by analysing these interconnected themes, this conference aims to deepen our collective understanding and encourage meaningful dialogue on issues of oppression in today's world. It emphasizes the importance of examining historical context to better comprehend contemporary challenges, such as the Russia-Ukraine war. So without further ado, I would like to invite again Professor Isike, who has played a pivotal role in organizing this conference, to take the floor and provide further insight and information about today's program. And I want to thank you all once again for being here, and I wish you enlightening and engaged and vibrant discussions in the hours ahead. Thank you.
All right. Whether you like my face or not, you're stuck with me today. So here I am again. So ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, students, like Professor Africa said, most important, you are the reason why we are here. Diplomats, and all attendees, permit me to stand on the recognition of dignitaries that has been safely done by Professor Africa, of course, including our ambassadors. I join her on behalf of the Department of Political Sciences to welcome you all to this event. So I say very big welcome. It is actually an honor to stand before you as we gather to kickstart this significant conference, Intersections of Oppression, a comparative historical analysis of contemporary challenges. I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to Professor Africa, like I said earlier on, for a warm welcome and for setting the stage for the discussions. Now, this conference is centered on the critical comparative examination of intersections and disparities among various forms of oppression. And for me, a missing piece in these intersections is an analysis that can shed some light on the historical factors that may explain contemporary challenges across, different regions. So to this end, we are here today to explore how different historical contexts, experiences have shaped the experiences also and trajectories of those affected by oppression in Africa and Eastern Europe from past to the present. So, for example, in all the analyses that have been done about the current crisis, the current war in Ukraine, not many have asked the question of, whether there is a historical basis for why the people of Ukraine are choosing to fight for their lives the way they currently are. We know that the United States, of course, have provided weaponry to the Ukraine, but the United States also provide weaponry to the people of Afghanistan, but they choose not to fight. Why are the people of Ukraine fighting? Is there a historical explanation for why people will get married in the morning and choose to go fight in the afternoon? Is there a historical reasons for that? So this is an essential undertaking because it allows us to understand the deep-rooted complexities of these issues and their contemporary manifestations. So in the spirit of this critical analysis, we must emphasize the importance, like I said earlier, of examining ongoing challenges and conflicts in both regions that I mentioned within a broader historical context. So for example, we shall examine how the historical experience of colonialism and apartheid in Africa continues to shape politics and foreign policy in the continent today. If we want to understand why, for example, Africa was voted the way it voted all through 2022 and 2023 in the United Nations General Assembly on, for example, the Russia-Ukraine war, you must look at the history of colonialism and how our current foreign policy somehow pivots to that of our SY colonialists, right? Now, this is not so. We ask ourselves, for example, whether this conflict can be framed, the current conflict in Ukraine, whether it can be framed as a manifestation of Russian colonialism, for example. Now, this is not a simple question to answer, but it is one that demands our collective attention and some rigorous examination. And this is what we want to try and do it here today, together as thinkers, as scholars, public intellectuals. Furthermore, our conference is aligned with the broader idea of decolonization of knowledge. Much of our understanding of European history tends to be Russo-centric, overlooking the diverse experiences and perspectives of other Eastern European countries. We can say the same for Africa as well. Therefore, it is imperative that we bring scholars from various backgrounds, and that's what we've done in this conference, to the table to enrich our discussions and expand our horizons through a comparative analysis of these experiences of oppression across different regions. Our primary goal today is to foster dialogue amongst all of us, scholars, experts, civil society, and our students, of course, in attendance today. I encourage each of you to freely and actively engage in discussions that can lead to a deeper understanding of oppression, of liberation, and the intricate dynamics that shape our global landscape today. We must acknowledge and respect the diversity of opinions or perspectives in this room, as it is through these different or differing viewpoints that we can arrive at a more comprehensive understanding of complex issues, such as the one we have at hand. We are here to learn from one another, to challenge preconceived notions, and to collectively seek solutions to the wicked challenges of our time. Now, I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speakers. Thank you very much, our panelists, and of course, our attendees for your valuable contributions to this important dialogue. Your insights and expertise are essential to the success of this conference, and I'm confident that the discussions that will unfold here will deepen our knowledge and contribute to a more just and equitable world. Last but not least, I also want to appreciate my co-organizer and academic colleague, like Professor Africa said, Dr. Leon Hartwell, for his invaluable contributions to making today a reality. Thank you very much, Leon. So with optimism and a sense of purpose, I hereby officially declare this conference open. Let us embark on this intellectual journey together, and with that, with the hope that our collective efforts will lead us toward a brighter future. I would now like to hand over to the floor to Professor Corey Velenga, who will moderate our first panel this morning. And this is the point where I say thank you. I am tempted to say let the games begin, but because we're academics, I say let the discussions begin.